Hi everybody, this is Evangelist Joel Torres. Well, here my wife and I went to church this morning, and Pastor he's been teaching a great series on covenant and everything else. And so it's great to hear, just to be inspired by a message and kind of just reaffirming everything that God has shown me as I'm preparing for Heart Reset to Revival. And so I've been working on that, getting all the final draft on that, because I'm going to have one for Word of Power and then one that I'll be, God willing, preaching at a church. And so I just want to encourage you. There's a word that's here in, let me read this, 1 Peter 5:8. It says, "Be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour." The devil's never going to wound you. He's going to devour you. But I want to just encourage you, with everything that's going on politically and, economically, there's a lot of uncertainties, and that's a lot of noise, a lot of distractions going on. And so we need to be sober-minded. So I want to encourage you to make time to start your day with God. I know I need to. Sometimes, I think I have time, and then by the time I get ready and I got to take my grandson to school, before I know it, I'm on the go. And what happened? I didn't make my time with God. And so when I don't do that, then my mind's getting busy with everything else. And so distractions, and I'm not moving in a soberness of clarity when I to have the really peace of God. And sometimes we need to have the soberness of clarity and allow God to give us that peace that we need for the day. And days can be very stressful at your job, life itself, and just everything that's going on. We're always constantly busy moving around. Right now, I'm preparing a new series with Reverend Mike. We've been meeting, having coffee, and talking about our new series, Rid the Fallen, and as well a book that I'm writing that I'm probably going to use that same title. I love that title, Rid the Fallen. And so as we're preparing that, and of course doing some writing and then preparing for this series, Heart Reset to Revival. And so we need to revive our spirit, revive our mind, and renew our spirit and renew our mind, as the word says. So we need to just ask God, Lord, what's the order of the day? Lord, give me the soberness that I need in my mind, and so that I can hear what you're saying. Because the world's a very loud place, and like I said, we need to make time. It's a word the pastor was talking about, ask, seek, and knock. And, it's like, just because we may be reading a lot and doing things ministry-wise, doesn't mean that God just answers everything. He wants us to ask. Why? Simply because it puts us in a position of seeking Him. And seeking and knocking, and the door will be open. It's a way of exercising our communication with God, having communion with Him on a daily basis. One example is the Israelites when they were in captivity in Israel under Pharaoh. And, they cried unto the Lord, right? And then God went to Moses, where he's shepherding all the herd of his father-in-law Jethro, and there God says, Moses, go get my people. And I've heard the cry, and I remember my covenant with them. So we at the same time is telling God, remember my covenant with you, Lord. Remember your covenant, Lord. God will answer. He will answer our promises. In Hebrews 6, it said that when he made a covenant with Abraham, there was no one else to swear by. So he swore by himself. He swore an oath. What does that mean? That means that He's a God that must answer that promise. So understand that whatever promise God has given you, He's a God that must answer that promise. And that's what the pastor was talking about, and that was a great message. And that's very true, because He's a God that does not lie. And then we have, of course, Jesus in the holies of holies, that is our high priest, intercessing for us. And so God's placed everything that we need to receive the benefits of covenant with God. And but I think mostly too is that we also need to be sober-minded and ask God, Lord, let me have the soberness of clarity in my mind for the day, because sometimes we need that. And like I said, we can get too busy, and and then that way we're asking for the right things. We're seeking at the same time, and doors of opportunities will come and open for you. And so that's part of the covenant that God's given us, but we need to ask. So we need to be in a place of pursuing God and asking God. And one of the things to ask, Lord, you be the master builder of my life, because you know the plans. Jeremiah 29:11. God says, for I know the plans. So Lord, show me the plan. But I don't know the plan unless I have the soberness of your spirit in me and I have the peace. So, I just want to encourage you to just do that weekly, on a daily basis. And this is going to be another week, and, we're coming close to Christmas already. God, I can't believe the time. And so, we just need to be sober-minded. Amen. So I just wanted to encourage you, just seek God in the morning. I know I have to. I get up, and sometimes I get up too late, and I'm in a rush. And then I'm doing everything and doing whatever I need to do in ministry and family and everything else. But, then my mind's all clouded up and everything. Why? Because I didn't ask God to let me have a mind of soberness so that his peace could rest upon me so that I can make good decisions. And that way I have everything, and I'm doing everything in an orderly fashion according to his will. So we want to make sure and do that. So just want to encourage you, ask God to be sober-minded every day and to give you that clarity and his peace to be upon you to make all the right decisions for the day so that you have a great day. Amen. So anyway, I just wanted to come and just encourage you a bit for the week, and just know that God, number one, is a God that is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and that he has a covenant with you, and he's a God that will answer those promises that you've been waiting for. So know that, and then ask God, Lord, give me a sober mind today so that I can have your peace, and let God order your steps, right? So do that, and I know you'll have a great week. So anyway, have a great week. Be blessed. And again, I'll be coming on as soon as possible once I get all the drafts down, put and finalized for Heart Reset to Revival. So I look really forward to giving this word, and it's really close to my heart, and that's why I'm really taking the time to get it down right. Okay, well, God bless. Have a great week, and be sober-minded. Amen. Bye-bye.